So there we go. It's just about to start again, I think. Um, I don't know why, but I had to actually reinstall everything today to get it all up and running. So right, okay, that's going out now. Yeah, that's going out now. Right. Um, I had to reinstall everything because I had a few problems. Right, hello YouTube and hello Twitch, and nobody's watching me on Facebook. That's good. That's what I normally expect. Right, okay. Right. So, where was I? Yes. So back in 2013, um, my lump became noticeable, and other people started to notice it. So I went to the doctors because from about the middle of 2013, I was having some very serious problems with sweats at night. I was breaking out into terrible sweats. I mean, these are sweats I've never experienced before. I've never experienced the like that. I'd get up and I was absolutely covered from head to foot in water. The water was running off of me in river. Hi, Mickey from Spain. I saw that you went out there. I hope you're enjoying yourself out there, Mickey. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you've got a beer and you're having a beer with me. I've got a beer here. That's my friend Mickey Jeffries. He's in Spain on holiday at the moment. He's just said hi on YouTube. So I've got a beer here, Mickey. So I hope you're sharing a beer with me, my friend. I hope you're sharing a beer with me. Hmm. Anyway, my story. Where was I? This is all going somewhere, by the way. Um, so in 2013, um, these sweats were terrible. I had to change my night clothes. I had to change the sheets. And eventually, in December 2013, I got a bit fed up with it, so I went to the doctors. Um, oh, good, good. More than one, Mickey says. Good man, good man. That's what I like to see. I envy you, Mickey. I envy you and anybody else like Kaz. She's just been to Mexico. Um, and Louisa, one of our other friends, is in Spain at the moment. So quite a lot of my friends have all gone on holiday now that the UK is deciding to live with COVID. They've all gone on holiday and they're all having good times, and I think it's great. And I wish them all the best of luck. It's still too early for me to attempt to go on holiday because I'm still immunocompromised, which is where I'm going with this story at the moment. But I think it's great, and I'm glad that all my friends are having a good time, and they're enjoying themselves. So good for you, Mickey. I'm glad you're having a beer, and I'm glad I'm sort of more entertaining than the hotel's entertainment. So good man. Right. Anyway, where was I? Yes. So I said to the doctor about the night sweats, and the doctor looked at me and said, "What's that lump on your neck?" And I said, "Well, I think it's a cyst, isn't it?" She said, "Yeah, we think we need to look at that." So she said, "I'm going to refer you to a specialist." And I thought, okay, well, I didn't realise you got referred to a specialist for a cyst. Good evening, Joseph Stelzer on YouTube. How are you, my friend? Um, I've got 7 watchers on Reddit, and they're not saying hi yet. So, but good evening, Joseph, and I've got 1 on Twitch. So again, Reddit is winning on watchers, but YouTube is winning on interaction. Huh. Yeah, that's unusual. Normally it's Reddit that's winning on interaction, but with the changes that RPAN have made, I don't know whether you guys saw me on Sunday nights. I streamed from the pub, and last Sunday I actually managed to achieve nearly 500,000 viewers. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. Nearly 500,000 viewers. 424,000 viewers is what I nearly achieved last Sunday on Reddit. That's a phenomenal amount. But I think with the changes that Reddit have made, taking streaming off the front page, I'm never going to achieve that number of viewers again. So, 8 is probably the best I'm going to do tonight. So this was early December 2013, and within 2 weeks I was being seen by a specialist. Um, oh, hi Daniel Robinson on YouTube. That's the third one. Thank you. That's nice to actually have this amount of interaction on YouTube. So I saw this specialist middle of December 2013, and he looked at me and said it's a cyst. But what we're going to do is we're going to get a biopsy just to make sure. And I said, when's the biopsy going to happen? And he said tomorrow. Right, I mean, hang on. The National Health Service doesn't move this fast. It really doesn't move this fast. But for some reason, it was moving really fast. So the next day, I went back to the hospital and I had the biopsy, and they made an appointment for me for December the 24th. Yeah, Christmas Eve. This is throughout our lives, right? We've got certain dates that we never forget. And December the 24th, 2013 is one that I'll never forget. I've got to tell you, December the 24th, 1971 is another date I'll never forget. Christmas doesn't work out too well for me. Christmas doesn't work out too well for me. December the 24th, 1971 is the year my father died. My father was a police officer and he was killed in the line of duty. So I was orphaned at the age of 12. Daniel Robinson says your streams during the week are a bit late for me. Glad to see you at this hour. Those streams during the week, what I do are the games that I play. I'm not really serious about them, but I do a chatting stream on a Monday, on a Friday night, and a Sunday night. So, which is what I'm doing now. Just having a chat and a beer. I'm trying to tell a story, but I always get distracted. So I turned up Christmas Eve at the hospital to just be expected to get some more antibiotics, and I walked into the doctor's office and the doctor was there and there were two nurses and I didn't click, and I should have done at that point. And the doctor said, right, okay, we've had the results of the biopsy back, and he said just your goddess in a minute. I'll tell you how to go live on Reddit in a couple of seconds. All right. Let me just finish this part of the story. And he said to me, that it was not a cyst. And I looked at him and said, what is it then? He said, it's a malignant tumour. And I looked at him and I said, what? He said, it's malignant tumour. I said, well, what are you trying to say? And he looked at me and I looked at him and it suddenly clicked. I said, are you telling me I've got cancer? He said, yeah. He said, but don't worry. If you're going to get a cancer, you've got one of the good ones. And I looked at him and said, what the fuck are you talking about? No cancer's good, is it? He said, well, it is and it isn't. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, first of all, here's the bad news. The type of cancer you've got is follicular lymphoma. It's a blood cancer. It's going to affect your immune system. And currently it's incurable. Oh, great. Thanks. Thanks, Doc. Merry Christmas, me. I said, what's the good news then? He said, the good news is it's treatable. And he said, at that point, I'm going to hand you over to the specialist cancer unit, and sitting here is a nurse from the specialist cancer unit. That's when I clicked. There were two nurses in the room I didn't know before. So December the 13th, 2013, December the 24th, 2013 was the day that they rocked my world and told me that I had an incurable cancer. So the nurse took over and then she took me for a PET scan. We had a scan and I got to see the results and everything else. Greetings, MM. How are you? How are you all there on YouTube? Right, so that's it. I've been told in 2013 I've got cancer. This is all leading up to something that happened today and yesterday, by the way. Right, just your goddess. How'd you go live on Reddit? If you're on a mobile device, I can only talk about Androids because that's all I've got. If you're on a mobile device, if you look in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a plus sign. If you click that, it will then call up a list of subreddits that you can go live in. All you do then is you choose which subreddit you want to go live in. Click that, and then it asks you to enter a title. Once you enter a title, click that, and then that's it. One more click on the button that says go live, and you've gone live. It really is as simple as that. It's 3 clicks from where you are now. So you've got to go into the... if you're watching the broadcast, you've got to click the plus in the top right-hand corner. Other than that, you just go live after that. I'm actually... When I do the pub, I do it from my desk. When I do the pub, I do it from my mobile, and that's how I go live. This one, I'm actually at my desktop, and I'm using for YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I'm using software called OBS Studio or OBS Open Broadcaster Studio, and for Reddit, I'm using RPAN. That's how I'm going live on Reddit at the moment. I'm using RPAN. Which is a version of OBS Studio dedicated to Reddit. Right, okay. So why was that important? Why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this. Why am I telling you about 2013? Well, we're going to 2014, and it was decided that they were going to give me radiotherapy on this lump on my neck, which was quite large by that time, and it was extremely noticeable, and it was really, really bothering me. I mean, you can't imagine it, right? You look in a mirror, and all you can see is this lump staring you back, and it's standing there like a big badge saying, "Look, it's cancer. I'm eating you. I'm killing you. You know, ha ha ha. I'm laughing at you." So I decided that the best thing to do would be to agree to the radiotherapy to get it removed. Good evening, Planting Claymore. How are you? Good evening, Happy Smile Seeker. How are you? I love you. Planting Claymore and Happy Smile Seeker are on Reddit. I know that the people on YouTube can't see what's going on Reddit, but the people on Reddit can't see what's going on YouTube. I'm sorry about that. I am working on that. And with the announcement that Reddit made during the week, not only have they fucked streaming in the arse, but they've promised that they're going to allow OBS to be open source. And once they do, I can actually probably get both programs talking to each other so that everybody can see what everybody's saying. Anyway, 2014, we agreed to the radiotherapy. So in March 2014, I had 6 sessions of radiotherapy on the side of my neck, which actually removed the lump. By the end of 2014, the lump had gone, and I was clinically in remission with my cancer. Now we move forward to 2020. In 2020, I started to develop some teeth problems, some sore gums and bleeding gums, and I went to the doctors about it, and I said, "Look, I don't know what's happening here," and they said, "Yeah, that's probably down to the radiotherapy you had in 2014." We've looked at the PET scans, and we can tell you now that it's destroyed all of the saliva glands on that side of your neck, making your mouth a lot drier than normal, and you're not producing enough saliva, which is causing your gums to bleed. It's also causing, because you're not producing enough saliva, you're not neutralizing the pH in food. So your mouth is, instead of being a neutral pH, being neutralized by saliva, it's going from extremes to either too much acid or too much alkaline, and it's destroying your teeth. That was 2020. Oh, excuse me. 2020, I had a full set of teeth. Since then, I've lost pretty much all of them. I'm down to just 10 teeth of my own, going from a full set of 32 teeth down to just 10 teeth of my own. Having chemotherapy, I've been on chemotherapy twice now, and I'm on chemotherapy for the 3rd time right now. That and the effects of the radiotherapy have totally and utterly destroyed my teeth. On the 13th of May, they decided they were going to remove 12 teeth. I had 22 teeth on the... I'd already lost 10 teeth in 2 years. And then on the 13th of May, they decided they were going to remove 12 teeth. And they were going to do it in 2 operations, 6 teeth at a time, which they did. On the 13th of May and the 27th of May, they removed 6 teeth each. I had to wait until my gums had settled down and everything else, and I went back to the dentist mid-April, or the end of April, where they took the impressions of my top and my bottom things. I've got all my front teeth. It's all the back teeth I've lost. They took the impressions of my mouth. They were going to give me false teeth, dentures. I picked my dentures up yesterday. This is where it's all going. I picked my dentures up yesterday. And I'm wearing them now today, and it's the most bizarre. If you've never had dentures, right, it is the most bizarre feeling possible. It feels like I've got something stuck in my mouth, and I'm constantly trying to swallow it. But it means I can finally chew on this side of my mouth, and I'm very happy about that. Look, teeth. I've got my teeth back. It's great. And I feel much happier for it. That's where this story was going. I mean, I realise it's a load of old shit to most people, but that's where it's going. Right, let's just take a second. Happy Smile Seeker, you're moving. Where are you? This is news to me. Happy Smile Seeker is one of my regulars. How are you doing? Where you moving to? Tell me about it. Tell me about it while I just promote myself on. While I just do this, so just bear with me. Oh, pardon me. Right. So anyway, guys, what do we want to talk about? Let's talk about anything. Go on. AMA means ask me anything. My speech seems well enough. Happy Smile Seeker. I think at the moment I'm talking with a bit of a lisp. And my partner, she's noticed that I've got a bit of a lisp as well. But that apparently will go with time. But yeah, my speech seems fine. It's the important thing is being left with just 10 teeth meant that I had just a little bit of an area of my face just there that I could chew with because I'd lost all my back teeth both sides, and I was only having a little bit of an area there that I could chew with. So it meant having food was quite difficult. But we're over it. Yeah, I've got my dentures in. I'm very happy. I did smile myself this morning, right? Because I've got to put all my when I get up in the mornings, right? I've got to put my glasses on, right? Because of my piss poor eyesight. Then I've got to put my hearing aids in because I'm almost completely deaf. And now I've got to put my teeth in because they've been soaking overnight. Happy Smile Seeker said, "Are the S's hard today?" The S's are different. There's still a sibilance there. But I'm assured by the dentist. Well, I call her a dentist. She's not. She gets upset when I call her a dentist. She's an oral surgeon. The oral surgeon says that the sibilance, once I get used to the teeth, will go. So I've got to get used to it. I mean, I've not even had them in. This is 36 hours I've had my teeth, and I only had them in for a few hours yesterday. And today is the first full day that I've had them in all day because you've got to get used to them. You can't just put them in and expect them to work because you will get sore points, which I've got. I've got a bit of a sore point on my gum there. So we've got to make sure they're a proper fit. So hopefully that'll make things different. That's just the top set. I've got the bottom set to come in a couple of weeks. So they're making up the bottom set now. But she wants me to get used to the top set first. So we'll see what happens there. Just bear with me. I've got to. I forgot to cross post this. I should have cross posted this because the with RPAN and all the changes, it's so annoying that they're changing so much on RPAN, but they're not fixing the most important thing. The most important thing about RPAN, right? The one thing they should be fixing is when I go live, people are notified. They should fix that. Joseph Stelzer on YouTube just asked a question, a very important question, which I'll answer, Joseph, in just a minute. Just let me finish what I'm doing here, and I will answer you in just a second. I will tell you. So yeah, RPAN don't they're taking the stream off the front page. In fact, I believe it's no longer on the front page now. So my days of getting 500,000 viewers are well gone. All right, I'm never going to repeat what happened last week with 500,000 viewers. So that's never going to happen. So those days are long gone, and that's what that's the big change that RPAN have done. They've done that to make streaming better. Although I can't work out how that makes streaming better. And a lot of Redditors are very, very not impressed about it. And I sort of agree with them. I think it's bad. Thank you for saying I sound great. I'm still getting used to them, Happy Smile Seeker, but I can drink my beer, which is a Lithuanian beer, a Lithuanian wheat beer, which is actually damn nice. Right, my tattoos. That one there is Woody Woodpecker. And that's my nickname. I've been throughout my life creamiest puss. Thank you for the award. There we go. I will give you the standard award thing when it runs. Why isn't it running? There we go. There's the standard award thing. Thank you, creamiest puss. And I do like a creamy puss, I must admit. That is a tattoo. That's Woody Woodpecker. I've been known throughout my life as That's Woody. That's been my nickname from as young as I can remember. So I've got it tattooed on my arm, which is what Joseph on YouTube asked me. He said, "It's do the tattoos on your arms have any meaning?" This one does. This is more specific. It's a 3D tattoo, and I don't know how well it's coming out on the camera, but it's what you're supposed to be seeing is you're supposed to be seeing the skin of my arm ripped away, and inside a mechanical piston. I had, as well as the radiotherapy I've had for my cancer, I had chemotherapy in 2017. And during that was my first lot of chemotherapy. And during that, I said to myself that I'm going to get myself a tattoo at the end to celebrate when it's over. Now, I don't know whether the camera can pick it up or not, but just there, you can see a bit of red. That is an old tattoo, which is a love heart with my name and my ex-wife's name. It says Steve Hart and then Sue. That's my ex-wife who we divorced in 1995. So I said I'm going to get myself a new tattoo, and I'm going to get that one covered up because there have been a couple of occasions just recently, my current partner, where I've been out and people have looked at my arm and assumed that my current partner is called Sue. And I've actually addressed my current partner as Sue, which is a bit off. So I decided I was going to get it covered, and I did. And I've got it covered with that. But why that tattoo? Well, because I have cancer, and cancer eats you from the inside internally. But I figured that if I was a robot or android or whatever you call it inside, then cancer can't get me. So that's why when you look inside, there's a mechanical piston inside indicating that maybe I'm not human, maybe I'm mechanical inside, and it's my defense mechanism against cancer, and I don't honestly expect anybody else to understand that. What was Stanley like in real life? He was all right. We didn't have too long together. Only about 10-15 minutes, and he was just chatting. He just seemed like a nice, ordinary guy. We didn't really talk about anything. I just told him that I'd loved his comics ever since I was a child, and he said that was one of the things that people tell him when they first meet. And I thought, well, that's me then, being told that I'm not original. But other than that, he just said that he liked the series and he liked the direction the series was going in, and he was hoping that he could get more episodes out of it. But at that time, they'd already said that they were going to, the network, the History Channel, was going to cancel it after the second series. So he was hoping there was going to be a third one. And I think that's about it. He went off and did whatever Stan Lee does. And that's it. It was only about 10 minutes in the production office that we met for, so it wasn't nothing exciting happened. I mean, he didn't magically turn me into a superhero. If only. No problem, Joseph. Only too glad to be able to chat to you there. Let me just. Yeah. So that's why I've got the tattoo. I'm going to get another tattoo. I'm going to get. I'm on chemotherapy right now. I'm going through chemotherapy at the moment. Right now. I'm going through it, and I'm going to get another tattoo when I have finished chemotherapy. I'm not sure I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be because I've got a meeting on the 24th of this month with my hematologist. Because I might be changing my treatment depending on the results of a scan that I had 2 weeks ago. Big Bear 2G19. I missed it. What series was it? It was called Stanley's Superhumans. If you look up here, there's my link tree. If you go to my link tree, there's actually a link to the episode of Stanley's Superhumans that I was featured in. So if you go up there, you'll find all about it. Fuck me, I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, my mouth is so dry. This denture is making my mouth so dry. Honestly, my mouth feels like the bottom of a budgie cage. So let me just have a beer. Yeah, tattoo. I'm gonna have over my heart. I'm gonna have a biomechanical heart tattooed. I've got another tattoo over my heart, which is the name of my second wife. Yeah, I've used my body like a scoreboard, dickhead. Don't ever do that. You'll regret it. My second wife, we're now divorced as well. Yeah. Which always makes me laugh when people come on to Reddit and they ask me about relationship advice. They come on to Reddit and ask me about relationship advice, and I think, well, I suck at relationships because I've been married and divorced twice. Daniel Robinson on YouTube says, how did the show work? Did they contact you due to your documentary? No, they contacted me because I was in the Guinness Book of Records for many years, so I'm not in there any longer. I still hold the world. I still hold the world record. I'm just no longer in the Guinness Book of Records. Because Guinness are a bunch of wankers. But that's another story, and you need to watch the documentary to understand why Guinness are a bunch of wankers. So that's how I ended up being on Superhumans, because I was in the Guinness Book of Records. Right, where was I? So yeah, the tattoo I'm going to be getting will be a biomechanical one over my heart, and that's my advice. People often say to me with an AMA, by the way, in my stream title. I don't think I've got it in my stream title, have I? Have I? No, I haven't. You can ask me anything. And when they do, they often say to me, "Have you got any advice for youngsters?" And my advice is twofold: wear a condom and don't get a tattoo of a woman's name on your body. Which people told me as well, and I didn't listen. Twice I didn't listen, and twice I've regretted it. Not too much though, because it didn't bother me that much. It bothers other people more than it bothered me. But I'm going to get it done with a biomechanical one. But I haven't decided exactly what I want yet, and I haven't decided exactly which tattooist I'm going to use either. So that's something that I'm going to be looking into as soon as I know when. Wait, Creamiest Puss has given me another award. Blimey, I better run my award, haven't I? There we go. I'm not sure when what's happening with my chemotherapy, because it's all due to it might change at the end of the month. It might not. We'll see. And a couple of people have already said that they've missed me streaming my game, which I do in the mornings. I didn't stream yesterday morning, and I didn't stream this morning because I'm still getting used to these new teeth, and these new teeth are taking a lot of getting used to. Oh, give me a second. Oh. Give me a second. Oh. Oh, right. That's better. Right. Okay, that's better. Right. Sorry. Follicular lymphoma is the cancer that I've got. It's incurable, and it's in my lymphatic system. It also means it's a blood cancer, by the way. It also means that I'm seriously immunocompromised. And one of the things is your spleen, which is part of the immune system, part of the lymphatic system. Normally about 15 centimeters. Because of my cancer, my spleen is currently 22 centimeters, and every now and again, it gives me a twinge to let me know that it's enlarged, and that's what that was. And fuck me, does that hurt? Oh, Jesus, does that hurt? Oh, the downside of cancer. I do have some medication to deal with it. That stuff. But we don't want to be taking that. Yeah, that stuff. We don't want to be taking that because I'm away with the fairies if I do that. So I have got it, and if it just bear with me. If it hurts too much, I have to take morphine, and then I'm not. morphine and alcohol don't really mix together too much. So, I've got some tramadol as well, which I can take. I think. I hope I've got some left. Let's have a look. I'm sure I saw some knocking around here the other day. I'm sure I did. Oh yeah, there we are. I've got some tramadol, so I can take that as well. But yeah, occasionally I get a little twinge just to let me know it's there. Right, so let's see where we are. Well, on Facebook, the number of people we actually have watching is 0. So that's Facebook for you. 0 people watching on Facebook. 1 person watching on Twitch. 1 person watching on Twitch. And 2 people currently watching on YouTube. But I don't think YouTube's figures are accurate. I'm using a service called Restream, and I don't think. Oh no, I've actually looked on YouTube now, and YouTube is saying that there's 2 people watching. So it's agreed with Restream. I've got 2 people watching. Reddit, I've got 11 people watching. So that's not. That's about all we're going to get, because, like I said, Reddit have changed streaming. They've changed it this week, and we're never going to get the number of viewers that we had last Sunday. Like I said, last Sunday I had nearly 500,000 viewers. Oh fuck me! The questions were coming up on the screen like I couldn't keep up with it. They were coming left, right, and centre. But I think the days of having that many people watching a stream are long gone, with the changes that Reddit have made for the better, apparently. And one of the changes they've made is they've removed streaming from the front page, so you won't see the top stream on the front page anymore, because apparently people didn't like it. Right, on Reddit, Hud says hello, mate. Hello, Hud. I love Reddit usernames. They're so fucking wacky. They're so far out. It's unbelievable. I especially the ones that Reddit chooses for people. My other one is Outrageous Class 259 or something like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But there we go. Yeah, so I haven't put it in the stream title, but don't ask me anything. Let's chat about anything. Come on, don't leave me to do all the work all the time. I keep having to think of shit to say, and I mean, I know I'm good at it, but I'm not that good, and I can't. Especially this new. It's really odd having a plate in your mouth. It's really. I can't describe how bizarre it is, especially when you're eating. I can't describe how bizarre it is. But I'm glad that I've got some teeth back. I'm doing fine, Hud. How are you? How are you doing? Are you doing okay? We're just talking about cancer, which I've got. I've got an incurable cancer, and we're talking about my teeth, which I've had because of my cancer. I've had most of my teeth removed, but I had my oh, I didn't know that. Right. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. So I've had most of my teeth removed. I was left with just 10 teeth at the front. 6 at the top. Sorry, 6 at the bottom and 4 at the top. But yesterday, after having a fitting, I picked up my new dentures, or rather a plate that goes in the top of my mouth to allow me to eat on both sides of my mouth. So I'm getting used to them. It's really strange. I agree, Joseph Seltzer. To me, it strikes me as crazy. And I mean, Joseph Stelzer on YouTube has just said, I don't really know why they changed that already. I think it was one of the best things to see, the stream on the front page. Well, it's how I discovered Reddit. I've got to be honest, it's how I discovered Reddit. And I also think it's a major income stream for Reddit that they've cut themselves off from. Like you said, you saw how many viewers I had last week, last Sunday. And what you may not have seen is the amount of awards that I was getting. At one time, the awards were flying in. I was getting 10 a minute coming in. I think when I went back and looked at it, I'd had something like 160 awards for that stream. Now, I think that week's free award was wholesome, and these were people not using wholesome. These were people spending money, right, to buy Reddit coins to buy awards. That to me is an income stream that Reddit have just cut themselves off from. And we can see, look, we're down to 14 watchers. I mean, normally on a Friday night by this time, I've had 16,000 watchers, but we're not. We're down to 14. So this is the way forward, I think, for Reddit, and I think it's a very bad thing to do. And the worst thing is, everybody has gone into the RPAN sub, and they've complained about it, but they're all complaining about the same thing, and I agree. That rather than trying to fuck about with streaming itself in the front page, why don't they fix the most basic thing? Everybody wants notifications back. I want notifications back. Anybody that's interested in stream wants notifications back, where people who follow you are notified when you go live. At the moment, notifications aren't working. They stopped working months ago, and Reddit should be fixing that. That is the thing that Reddit should be fixing, not fucking about removing it off of the front page. And not just me. I mean, I don't. If you know anything about me, you'll know that I don't actually stream for you guys. I stream for me. Because this is my social life. Since the COVID pandemic started in March 18th, 2020, because I've got a blood cancer, because COVID is so dangerous for how people like me who are immunocompromised, I had to come indoors. I had to retire early from work, give up work, and I had to self-isolate and keep away from people. And that's how I discovered streaming, because it turns out that I would have gone completely stir crazy or completely mad without streaming, because this streaming has replaced the social life that I gave up, which is why I say I do it for me and not for you. But obviously I've developed relationships for you, right? And I think it's a crazy move by Reddit. I do. I think they've lost an opportunity there for, if nothing else, an income stream. But obviously they don't care about money, and their reasons for doing it is so they can make the network more robust. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it at all. Exactly, Joseph. It's exactly. You go YouTube, you get a notification. Twitch, you get a notification. Facebook, you get a notification. The only place you don't get notified is Reddit. I think you get notified on Discord as well, but I've never streamed on Discord, so I think I'm streaming enough as it is. So that's it, right? So yes, Joseph Stelzer, it's you do get a message, and as you can see, my stream is the same on Reddit as it is on YouTube. It is exactly the same stream. Well, except it's in 16:9, and Reddit is 9:16. So anyone switching between Reddit and YouTube will notice. God, I'll tell you, technically to stream on YouTube and Reddit at the same time is a bit of a fucking nightmare. But as you can see, I've got that sussed. Hud on Reddit says, did you celebrate the Queen for the Jubilee? No, I didn't. I didn't celebrate as such. I didn't celebrate as such because I have cancer. And my cancer is a cancer that affects my immune system, meaning I'm very immunocompromised, which means that I can't really go out and be around big groups of people. If I could, I would have done. If it wasn't for that, right, I would have. I live in London, and I live about 11 miles from Buckingham Palace. And it's very easy for me to get from my house to Buckingham Palace, and I would have been up there with all the crowds of people celebrating. But I can't do that because I'm immunocompromised. And I really can't do that. That would be risking it. The fact that COVID is, I mean, I've had 3 primary COVID jabs and 2 COVID boosters. So I've been jabbed 5 times, which has allowed me to go back out again. I mean, if you've watched me, you'll know that I've been, I do a Sunday night stream, which I'll be doing this Sunday night from the pub. But you'll notice that I don't actually go inside the pub. I sit outside the pub regardless of the weather. Oh Christ, did I get wet on last Sunday? It pissed down last Sunday. I got soaked. Not so much when I was in the pub, but on the way home. Oh, absolutely soaked. Even though I had a waterproof poncho on, I still got absolutely soaked. The water got in everywhere. I got soaked. But I didn't actually go in the pub. The reason I can't go in the pub is because it would be dangerous for me. So that's why I didn't go out and celebrate as such. Otherwise, I would have done. I mean, for the one 10 years ago, was it the golden one 10 years ago? Yeah, I was up on the south bank of the Thames, cheering and waving the flag with everybody else. But this time, no, I couldn't because I am immunocompromised. So I spent the Jubilee weekend at home, being quiet. I'm wishing I'd have been up there because I said to my wife, I said, if I'd have been able to go up there, I would have live streamed from the celebrations, which I don't think anybody else did. And I would have live streamed for the celebrations to share it all with you guys with a different perspective. But I couldn't risk it, so I didn't go up there, which I regret. But I've got to be sensible. I've got my friend Mickey. If you still Mickey, you still there? My friend Mickey Jeffries is in Spain at the moment. He's on holiday in Spain. Lucky bastard. I envy him because I really I love Spain. I absolutely love Spain. And I actually speak Spanish. Well, I speak a little Spanish, enough to get by, because I've been to Spain so many times. And I love Spain. It's my favourite holiday destination, especially the Canary Islands. But anywhere in Spain will do. I just absolutely love the country and the people. And a lot of my friends are actually going on holiday again now, and it's still too early for me to go. I can't go because I'm on active chemotherapy, and all the time you're on chemotherapy, your immune system really is weakened. So trying to go on holiday now would be a bit of a nightmare. But we're looking at September possibly, and we're looking at possibly Mallorca in September or Turkey. These are two possibilities we're looking at, but I'll let you know nearer the time. Right. Hud says, not being English, I never understood the whole love for the royalty. Is the Queen really popular among most? Well, one thing that came up in the stream last week was a lot of people actually said the same thing. Why is it the English hate the royalty so much? Well, I've lived here 62 years, which is all my life so far, and I can honestly say that I don't know anybody that hates the royalty. I don't know anybody that hates the royalty. I wouldn't say we love them. I wouldn't say we love them. I mean, I'm ambivalent. They don't bother me. It wouldn't really bother me if we were a republic or not. What I love more than anything else is I love all the pomp and the ceremony, the pomp and circumstance, the trooping of the colour, the ceremonies that all go round it, the parade on Sunday. I love all that shit. It makes us quintessentially British. That's what identifies us to the rest of the world. You know, men in big silly bearskin hats, trooping the colour is just so British, and I love all that. And I could do without royalty if we could keep that. But I don't know whether I think the two are intertwined. But I don't love them and I don't hate them. It's just they're there. I've never known anything else. I don't feel ruled. I don't feel like a subject. They're just part of what makes Britain Britain. It's not. You know, like I said, I am personally completely ambivalent. I don't love them and I don't hate them. It doesn't. It's just one of those. They're just there. You know. If anything, Hud, it's Americans. In my view, Americans love the royalty more than anybody else. Planting Claymore on Reddit says they weren't interested in the Jubilee. To be honest, not everybody was. You know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's not your birthday party. It's not your birthday party. And Planting Claymore says, "Well, have I met any royals?" No, I've never met any royals. I've seen the Queen in person twice. Once when I was a child at school, and once, or about 30 years ago when she opened up something in my local town centre. But I've never met any of the royals in person. And my partner, she got invited to. My partner did. She doesn't anymore. But she did a lot of charity work. Because of her charity work, she got invited to a garden party about 10 years ago. So she's actually met the royals, and I haven't. My friend Captain Stable, John, they had a party outside her old house, not realising she'd moved down the road. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? That's so typically British. She's moved down the road. Yeah, yeah. But that's it. I'm not. Do you know what? This beer is really nice. I've never had a Lithuanian beer before, and I've always said that it's the water that makes the difference. And this is really nice. I'm going to see if I can get this Vilnius, which I believe is the capital of Lithuania, but it's a nice beer. Very nice beer. It's not really a lager; it's a wheat beer. But then lager is different things to different people. Lager is actually a method of brewing. It's called lagering, where it's brewed from the top down, whereas ales are brewed from the bottom up. And it's restored at a temperature. It's called lagering, which is what gives the beer the name lager. It's a wheat beer. It's a very nice wheat beer. It's actually very nice. It's not like British beer, because British beer is always a story on the back about the beer, but there's no story here. It just says wheat beer, alcohol 5%, ingredients: water, barley malt, wheat malt, hops, beer yeast. Store at 2 to 25 degrees. So that's it. Hud says, I'm born and raised in Chicago. I was out in Chicago in the early 1990s. I actually loved Chicago. I thought Chicago was a really pretty town. I hired a bike, and I went up and down the river, crisscrossing all the bridges as I went up and down, because I actually thought they were quite nice. Doing that, it's got some beautiful places there. I was at the CES. There was a CES in Chicago, and I was working for Commodore Amiga at the time. They just released something called CDTV. So that was in the early 90s. The pork scratchings, John. The pork scratchings are Sunday night. Tonight I'm at home. Friday nights and Monday nights I'm at home. Sunday night I'm at the pub. It's the only night I can go out to the pub, because Captain Stable says on Reddit he's missing the pork scratchings. Well, the only night I can go out to the pub is Sunday night, because it is the quietest night at the pub, and there's no chance of me being around people. Don't forget the Royal Marines, Planting Claymore. Don't forget the Royal Marines. The Royal Marines will not forgive you if you don't mention the Royal Marines. And when I go out to the pub on a Sunday night, I have pork scratchings, but I haven't got any pork scratchings here. I keep meaning to ask the missus. The missus is working at the moment. I'm going to send her a text in a minute and ask her to get me some pork scratchings, but I don't know if Tesco sell them. But I love my pork scratchings, and they're Sunday night's treat. Dumpster diver. Dumpster diver. That's not how you spell diver, by the way. Did you know that? But you probably did, yeah. Good evening. Hi, how are you? Right, let's have a quick look and see how we're doing. We are doing, once again, on Facebook, 0 viewers. 0 viewers. Twitch, the ubiquitous 1 viewer, which I'm sure is a bot, and just 2 viewers on YouTube. It's just crazy. Just crazy. I don't understand how I can pull in 500,000 viewers on Reddit and get 2 viewers on YouTube. I mean, obviously I'm doing something wrong, or I'm just completely shit. If you ask Captain Sable, he will confirm that I'm completely shit, and I love the sound of my own voice. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'm completely shit. Interesting fact. Here's Planting Claymore, right? Interesting fact. Do you know why we have the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force and the Royal Marines? Don't forget the Royal Marines, but not the Royal Army. No, I don't. Please share with us, Planting Claymore, and I'll repeat it for YouTube. No, Planting Claymore. While I'm having a drop of beer, Planting Claymore was going to tell us. Let me have a drop of beer. Oh, It's getting very hot in here. I've got up there. I've got two big studio lights, and they're kicking out some heat. They really are kicking out some heat. Daniel Robinson on YouTube says, interestingly enough, my ex from Essex, was her name Sharon by any chance? Sorry. Used to go to the same school as William and Harry as children. They used to have play date with them, and they used to have with Princess Di. That's an interesting fact. But her parents own. I know Foyle's bookshop in Charing Cross. Of course, I know Foyle's. Of course, I know Foyle's bookshop up there in the. Is it? It's up there in Charing Cross. Yeah, of course, I know Foyle's. I know Foyle's very well. Very famous bookshop right up there by Cambridge Circus. So yeah, I do know Foyle's. So yeah, yeah, I'm a Londoner. Who in London doesn't know Foyle's? Well, Planting Claymore. Now you said it, Planting Claymore. I actually remember that. That's correct. Planting Claymore says the army are not called the Royal Army because they fought against the Crown in the Civil War with Cromwell, so they can't have royal status. They're just the British Army. Okay, all right, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember Foyle's. So Daniel Robinson met his other half in Foyle's. So yeah, and she now lives in Malibu. Your other half or your Foyle's? Sorry, I'm a bit confused. Did you meet her in Foyle's? Did you meet her? Yeah, did you meet her in? I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused, Daniel. Are you talking about you met her in Malibu or you met her in Foyle's? Right, Captain Sabre confirmed. That said, I'm sat at home on a Friday eve watching some Cockney bloke talking about how rubbish he is. So who's the more rubbish? Well, flip of a coin, John. Flip of a coin. Flip of a coin. Oh, gotcha. Right. You met her in Malibu. I've never been to London. Oh, you should come. Great city. Yeah, I know, John. I know that I don't appeal to everybody, and I don't give a flying. I don't actually give a flying fuck in a jam donut. Like I said, and I'll repeat it again. I discovered streaming when I was forced by COVID to. In the UK, it's called shielding. I don't know what it's called in the rest of the world, but because I've got a blood cancer, I was forced to. I was forced to give up work, and I was forced to come indoors and stay away from my friends and my family, and avoid contact with anybody else. Meanwhile, of course, our lovely Prime Minister goes out and pisses it up the wall at parties, doesn't he? He wants to draw a line in the sand under that. He thinks it's not important, right? He thinks it's not important. Do you mean Bewley Abbey, or is that what you're referring to, Daniel Robinson? Bewley Abbey. Right. Kostos, thank you for the award. Let me give you my special thank you. There you go. There's my special thank you, Kostos. I discovered streaming, John, because after being forced to be stuck indoors, away from my friends and my family. Yes, I have friends. I know it sounds amazing, but I do have friends. I was starting. I was actually starting. I think it was going to affect my mental health. I think if I didn't, I'm a very shy. I'm not a shy and retiring. You've met me, all right? You've met me. You met me in 2007, I think. Was it 2007? I'm sure it was. We were at Brighton. 2007. I'm sure it was 2007. I might be wrong. I'd have to check. I'm not shy and I'm not retiring, and I'm a very social person, and I require social interaction. So locking myself away from people really hurt me, and I think it would have affected my mental health. But then I discovered streaming, and it gave me back the social life that I don't think I had before. Greg, evening, Greg. How are you? How are you, my friend? My friend Greg Wells. I think it was probably 2000. I think it was probably before 2007. We must have bumped into each other, Greg. Must have been. And I must say, I'm really sorry to see your news. It seemed for a little while there you were quite happy there, Greg. So I feel for you with your news, man. I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you that you didn't. you know, I know what it's like when relationships don't work out. It can be a bit of a gutter. So I have empathy with you, Greg. I have empathy with you. Yeah, like I say, Greg, and I know it's the first time. I know it's not the first time you've had a bit of shit like that, but I won't. That's personal stuff. I mean, I'm not really comfortable discussing personal stuff with your personal stuff with complete strangers. All I can say is I don't. I do empathise with you. All right, you have my sympathy. Actually, Greg, one thing I'd like to do at some point in the future. I do have the ability to put somebody else on the stream with me, to either co-host or to act as an interviewee. And you strike me as one of these people that would be fun to interview. Would you be would you be interested in one night co-hosting with me? I think if you've just got a mobile phone, I can probably just do it from your mobile phone, but it might be a bit difficult because we'd have to use Skype or Zoom. But would you be interested? I'm going to check and see if Messenger Rooms. I'm going to check and see if there's a way that I can feed Messenger Rooms into the chat. I'm going to do that this week. If there is, that might solve another lot of a problem. But and by the way, John, the same offer actually goes out to you if you're interested. Actually coming on the stream with me one night. So either of you might be, Greg's got an interesting story because he's been in the circus all of his, as far as I can tell, in the alternative circus. He's led very much an alternative lifestyle over the years. He lives on a canal boat now, and he's got a very interesting story to tell. So, what do you think, Greg? Do you like the idea of that? And you, John, what do you think? What do you think about that idea? Then you won't be at home on a Friday night alone. You'll be out there with all these other people. Right, yes. Anyway, I've got another beer here. Look, I've finished my bottle of beer. I've got another beer here, and it's another Lithuanian beer. I have no idea what this beer is because that's what the beer is. Right, let me pull that up. Right, it's what my mate bought round. I've never had them before. I don't even know what it is. I don't speak a word of. I don't know what language they speak in Lithuania. I haven't spoken a word of it, but I'm trying to find out what beer this is. It's Christ Almighty. It's 5.4. I am going to be so wrecked by the end of this stream. It's unbelievable. I'm definitely going to be so wrecked by the end of this stream. But there we go. That's what it's all about. Oh, oh, you've got yourself a 7.6 Polish beer. That's good. That's good. That's good. So yeah. Have you, just let me ask you, Greg, while you're here, have you got a desktop or a laptop or an iPad as well as a mobile phone? Or are you just on one communication device? The reason being is because when I put you on the stream, you can't see what you're seeing right now because you'll only be seeing your side of the Skype conversation unless you've got a second device that you can monitor from. That's the important thing, unless I can figure out a way of doing it on just one device. And have you got Skype? That's the next question. You'll need Skype unless I can figure out if Messenger Rooms works, and I'm not sure if they do. I'm really not sure if they do. I'm going to Google that, but I could use Skype or Zoom because I've got something called NDI that I can feed in. But so we can sort that out. And the same goes for you, John. I don't know if you heard all that, but the same offer goes for you because I've got some interesting friends. I mean, John, for instance, his hobby is he Dungeons and Dragons, I think it is, isn't it, John? Dungeons and Dragons, and you paint the he paints the models. I'm a very prolific modeler, and I build model kits, um, and so that's something that interests me, and I know John does that. So I know that a lot of my friends have interesting stories to tell. I did it. I don't know if Mickey, are you still there? I did a co-stream with Mickey some time ago, and that seemed to work quite well. Also, my friend Danny, I did a co-stream with, and that seemed to work quite well. So I think I should technically be able to sort it out if you guys are interested. So I think you've all got you've got an interesting story. As long as Greg, you promise not to juggle fire, fire, Skittles on fire. Big Beef on YouTube says, have I tried StreamYard? I'm using Restream at the moment, so I think StreamYard and Restream do the same thing. Well, actually, I'm not. Well, I'm using Restream and I'm using RPAN OBS because you can eat fire. I thought you could. Yeah, eat fire live. I'm using OBS because Twitch. I'm live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, and they all use 16:9 landscape format. I'm also live on Reddit, which uses 9:16 portrait format. So getting a live stream to go out to 4 different locations simultaneously in 2 different formats is a bit of a nightmare. And I've looked at StreamYard, Big Beef, and I don't think it should do it. Drips Lobler on Reddit says you should stream where you talk and put together models. I have done in the past, and I've got no interest. So I abandoned that. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't doing much, and it turns out that people just want to hear me talk. Yeah, Greg, we'll talk about this because basically, if you just we can do this. I'll talk to you during the week about this. I will talk to you about the week. Actually, I'm head moderator. I know Black Belt Barrister is. I've seen him. We do live streams with loads of videos covering lots of UK law. That's good. That's good. That's good. Have you done a co-host with him yet? Have you done co-host with him yet? So that's the important question because that's what I'll be doing. I'll be putting you up on a screen up here. I will get in touch during the week, Greg. I'm still getting used to my new teeth, which is causing me a bit of a nightmare tonight. Plus, I've got a bit of pain in my spleen, and I'm going to give myself a couple of days to get over that. But it would be fun to talk to you, Greg. Might take your mind off your recent problems as well. Might take your mind off the recent problems. You never know. Fuck me, this beer is nice. It's a really nice beer. $24,000 viewers. Wow. Last Sunday, I did 424,000 viewers. Not that it's a contest, but last Sunday I did 424,000 viewers, and I really did. That's nearly 500,000 viewers watch me from the pub. So that'll be my next stream. That's Sunday night where I'm streaming live from the pub. But yeah, when I saw the figures, I couldn't believe it. 424,000 viewers. I thought, wow. Oh yeah, yeah. 424, Greg. 424,000 viewers. It just knocked me off my feet. But like I said, that was on Reddit, and Reddit has changed some things now, so we're not going to get those figures again. But you never know. I mean, tonight we've got 16. We might hit those figures again, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I'll do that. I'll set that up during the week with you, Greg. Have you got Skype? That's the important thing. Have you got Skype? Because that's how we'll do it. Oh. Oh. All right, download Skype. Get Skype ready, and I will talk to you. I won't do it until after. I won't do it until after the weekend because I've got, like I say, I've got a stream to do Sunday night, which is my pub stream where I go up the pub and I broadcast live from the pub and get wankered in front of everybody. Good evening, Richard on Facebook. How are you, Richard? Richard's another friend of mine. There's another one that I need to co-stream with, and I'm not sure if I can do it on Messenger. Richard, would you be up for a bit of an experiment? Let me just see if I can sort it out on Messenger. Let me, Richard. I'm going to make it. Yeah, Richard, would you be up for a bit of an experiment, mate? Oh shit, I can't. I'm using my camera at the moment. Let me just try and work it out. NDI out. Skype. All right, Richard. No, forget that because I've got NDI, but I'm trying to set it up on a live stream now. I'll probably fuck it up completely. I'm just trying to work out if there's a way that I can use messenger rooms or a messenger video call. If I could incorporate that into OBS. Let me just do a quick Google and see if I can bring a messenger room into OBS. Let's have a look and see. Oh. Yeah, I will do. I'm just having a quick look. I can do it the other way around. I can do OBS into a Facebook room, but what we need it to go the other way around. We need Facebook to Messenger. Otherwise, it would have to be Skype because of the NDI interface. So, yeah, that's something that I'm going to have to look into. Oh, wait a minute. Facebook. Wait a minute. Now allows live stream. Right. Okay. Oh, we could be in luck. Yeah, I've got to. Yeah, that's something. I need to look at to sort it out. We could be in luck. I need to sort this out in the next couple of weeks because, as you know, we're meeting up in Birmingham on July the 2nd. So I need to get that working. Right. Okay. Creamiest Puss. Favourite pub snack apart from scratchings. My favourite pub snack apart from scratchings is a Scotch egg. I love a Scotch egg. And somebody the other day on the stream called it a Scottish egg. They said, "Is that a Scottish egg? Is that what a Scottish egg looks like?" It's a Scotch egg, which, for those that don't know, is a hard-boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat and covered in in breadcrumbs, and then the whole thing is deep fried. Probably about a zillion calories, but it's absolutely gorgeous. At my local pub, the pub that I stream from, right, it's a lovely pub, and I recommend it to everybody. However, right, they do artisan Scotch eggs, which work out about £7.50 each. I am not fucking paying £7.50 for a Scotch egg when I can go to Sainsbury's and get two for £1. All right, I'm not paying £7.50 for Scotch eggs. So I'm not going to buy one of their Scotch eggs and eat it on stream. So no, I'm not going to do that. Ugh. This is a really, really nice beer. So yeah, I want to get some of you. I want to get some of you on the stream with me, and I'm working out ways of doing it. I think John, Captain Stable, as soon as I mentioned getting him on the stream, has gone. He's vanished. My friend Greg, I want to get him on the stream, so we should do that. We'll do that next week, and hopefully this time next week you'll be able to chat to Greg. And Greg has led a very interesting life. A very interesting life. And I think that'll be fun. I remember that. I remember. Yeah, Richard says. I remember when the bloke came round pubs and you could buy cockles and mussels. Well, I used to go to a social club, a working man's club, which is where I met my first wife. And this social club, in this case, it was a woman. They used to come round with a wicker basket, and inside she'd have cockles, mussels. I always had prawns. I love prawns, so I would always have a big tub of prawns. I absolutely love prawns, Dublin paper. Oh, lovely prawns. So I would have prawns. But I remember those days. Yeah, they were fun days in the pub. They were. That's the old days. It was a working man's club I was at, and she used to come in and do that. And yeah, it's nice. Sometimes I'll have whelks or cockles or mussels, anything like that, because I do love seafood. Changing the subject slightly, did you read in the papers this week that apparently if you have 2 or more portions of fish per week, you increase the risk of getting melanoma, which is a skin cancer? And that's a bit of a worry because I do like a bit of fish. My friend Greg on Facebook, £7.50 for Scotch eggs. Crazy price. I'm drinking a nice Polish beer, 7.6%. Yum. Yeah, it's I'm discovering these Eastern European beers are really, really nice, Greg. They're really nice. Oh, and Greg's just saying that he's had some fun in his life, squatting in houses. I've squatted in a house, but that normally involves me taking a shit. And he met the Queen in 1998, and he really did meet the Queen because I've seen the pictures of him, and he met Prince Charles as well. So I know that he really has met the Queen. So that will be interesting to chat about that on the stream, Greg. We'll do that. We'll certainly do that. You know, I've known Greg for what must be nearly 20 years, and we've never met. He's one of the few people that I've known for this amount of time that I've never met. Greg, do you know Kaz, Karina? Kaz, do you know her? Because I've also known Kaz for as long as I've known you, I think. She used to be active in the old Q&A, Kaz did, like you did. And I'm going to be meeting her for the first time on July the 2nd, Greg. So, and that'll be fun. But you and I have never met, and that's something I'll have to correct, actually. So we'll have to. Anne-Marie Hopper. Anne-Marie Hopper is somebody that I would like to have met, and I know you've met her. I would love to have met Anne-Marie, but as it happens, the circumstances, she died of very sad, actually. Anne-Marie, since I was diagnosed with my cancer, right now, bear in mind I've got an incurable cancer, right? Since I've been diagnosed with my cancer, 6 of my friends who never had cancer have been diagnosed with cancer and have died in that same period of time. So while I've survived 9 years, I've had 6 friends that have just died of cancer. And Anne-Marie Hopper a friend of mine, a friend of Greg's, is one of those. I think it was cancer that got her, wasn't it? Or was it a heart disease? I'm not sure, Greg. But we were due the year that she died. Me and Sean had made arrangements to actually meet her in Glastonbury because I was going to go to the. As you know, I'm a bit of a steam train nut, and I do like the Severn Valley Railway. So the Severn Valley Railway, we're going to do a special event, and I said while we're there, we might as well drop in and see Anne Marie Hopper. So we did. We did. We sort of made the tentative arrangements, but unfortunately, Anne Marie Hopper got very ill and died, which was a bit of a shame. Which was a bit of a shame. We will get to meet up, Greg. We will. It will. I'll make sure it happens. I mean, where about? You're in Goole in North Yorkshire at the moment, aren't you, Greg? You're in Goole. Goole, is it? I know you. I know you're on a canal boat, but I don't know exactly where you are. But I know you're on a canal boat. But I don't know whereabouts are you? Because if you're going to be anywhere near Birmingham on July the 2nd, I have a plan. Or if you're going to be anywhere near Cheadle on July the 29th, I have a plan. Yeah, I thought you were. You're up in North Yorkshire. So if you're going to be anywhere near Birmingham on July the 2nd, or anywhere near Cheadle, Manchester, not Cheadle in Manchester on July the 29th, I have a plan. And I think Cheadle is on the Manchester-Liverpool Canal, isn't it? I might be wrong. But yeah, we'll have to get together sometime, Greg. We'll definitely have to do that. You're one of the only few. I'm meeting Kaz for the first time in July the 2nd. Right, July the 29th, we've got a family do on. Me and Sean have got a family do on July the 30th. But I'm coming up on July the 20th. I've already booked the hotel. I'm staying in Cheadle for 2 nights. And we're free on the 29th. So we'll look at that. We'll see how it goes during the week because I think I've got another friend that wants to go out for a meal on the 29th. So I don't know. I'll speak to him first because I've already made prior arrangements with him for that. So let me just actually talk to him now. Let me just talk to him now. He's online, so I've just sent him a message. Yes, I remember your big event in 2007. I do remember. I know what you're talking about. Don't forget, I don't get on with everybody. I know it's hard to believe. I don't get on with everybody, and I've made a few enemies over the years. So there are some people that I really don't want to meet, and really don't want to meet me. So I didn't become involved in that event. As it turns out, with hindsight, it was the right thing because one of them turned out to be a right nasty piece of work. Just chat to Danny now. Yeah, okay, Greg. That's going to be. We'll get Rex together. Let me just check with my mate Danny because I said I've given him first dibs on meeting on the 29th, but he may not be able to do it. So let me check with him. If he can't do it, yeah, I'll be in Cheadle on the 29th. Oh, Greg, they are people on Facebook, right? People on Facebook are hypocritical, two-faced, slimy fuckers. All right. There are some people there that would stab you in the back, and they are slimy fuckers. And I can normally spot them a mile off, which is why I don't get involved with them. And I'm afraid that some of those people at that particular thing in 2007, I avoid like the plague because, as history has turned out, I was absolutely right that they were slimy, backstabbing, hypocritical fuckers. So yeah, you've got to be very careful. Yeah. Hey, Greg is just talking about, Greg is on Facebook, we're just talking about people we've known over the years, and he's saying that trusting people. I've learnt through bitter experience that an online persona is not an online persona is not what you think it is, and it's still true today as it was then in 2007 that people can be one thing online and something completely different offline, and you know them based on their online persona, and it turns out that they're somebody completely different offline, and which has led to some quite nasty experiences. There's been a couple of times in my life when rumours about my personal life have become far greater than what I'm not going to go into great detail, but there's been some rumours about me amongst people that I've known for years, who I've never met, that make me laugh about my personal life, that are completely and totally fucking wrong. I mean, they're the biggest load of bollocks ever known to man, but it makes me laugh that actually people chose to believe that load of old shit rather than what the actual truth was. But that's Facebook for you. That's people for you, right? Right. Let's get back to the original chat. Right. Lobster struck. Where's your damn pint diamond? Here, look. Grand Select. It's Lithuanian lager. I'm at home at the moment. I only do the pub on Sunday nights. I only do the pub on Sunday nights. Yeah, snap, Greg. I've been online since the early 90s, and it amazes me how people are not what they are. I like to think that I actually am exactly what you think I am. I mean, I like to think that I am as I come across on Facebook, and I am as I come across on this live stream. I mean, you guys are getting a fascinating into my, you guys are getting in because of this live stream and this chatting. You guys are getting an insight into my personality that you can't get from just text messages. You're seeing me in the raw. This is how I am, and I like to think I'm the same in real life. But I do know that I'm an arrogant fucker. There's no two ways about it. I am a seriously arrogant fucker, and I'm very outspoken in real life. I'm arrogant and I'm outspoken, and I don't suffer idiots easily. I really, really can't stand idiots, and I'm not afraid to speak up when I'm in the company of an idiot. But the rumours about me over the years have made me laugh. They've cracked me up. I've had some classic rumours, and I've loved them. Oh, they're all bollocks, they're all wrong, but then nobody ever bothers to ask me. They just believe the rumours. I guess it's because the fantasy is better than the reality. So that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. Yeah, so that's what I'm drinking, Lobster Struck. But I do the live stream from the pub on Sunday night, and I'm quite looking forward to doing the live stream. Last Sunday, I had nearly 500,000 viewers on the pub stream. I'm hoping for the same this Sunday, but I don't know if we're going to achieve that because of the changes that Reddit have made. But I'm really looking forward to it. This is a really nice. I'm getting quite wrecked actually. This is a really nice lager. I was going to talk about my teeth tonight. Yeah, I've got false teeth. I had my first set of false teeth, and I had them yesterday for the first time ever. My false teeth, and I was going to spend the whole night talking about it. I had this whole spiel. I've got crib notes and all that shit, all worked up now. So I'm going to talk about that, but I've just totally forgotten about it, and I'm getting quite wrecked here now. Ah. Richard Clues on Facebook says there's nothing wrong with being arrogant and outspoken. No, nothing wrong at all. That's who I am. You've met me, Richard. You know, Richard. Would you say, in your honest opinion, right? Would you say that what you see now is what you get? Would you say that would be an accurate representation? Or do you think I'm another one of these hypocrites that behaves completely different in person than I do in real life? Although, when I met Richard, we had a bit of a problem. I met Richard in 2020, September 2020. Richard is involved. This is Richard Clues on Facebook, by the way, people on Reddit, right? And Richard Clues, I moderate a group on Facebook. I don't moderate; it's my group. I own it and I run it. It's called UK Dashcam Footage, where we show UK Dashcam footage. If you follow this URL, it will take you to the group. I'll type it in both windows. That's the Reddit one going out, and this is the other one. This takes you to the group, right? This takes you to the group. And I formed that group in 2016, and along with my friend Danny, we moderate the group. And Richard is one of my. We've got a very large moderating team because we do need it, because people on Facebook are absolute fucking wankers, and they're very disruptive. But we do need it. I think you should, Greg. I think you should sort out a dash cam, especially for canal boat. I guarantee, I'd love footage from your canal boat in my group. That would be absolutely fantastic. If you could put the footage in the group, that would be great. Nobody's ever done anything like that before. That will be unique. Anyway, so Richard is one of my moderation team, and we have what's called an annual general meeting, which is just basically an excuse for a piss up. And we're doing it again on July the 2nd this year in Birmingham. And the last one we had was in September 2020. We didn't do one in 2021 because of COVID. So we're doing it this year, and we'll do it every year. Anyway, when we met in September 2020, we had a few drinks. Thank you for that, Richard. I do appreciate the compliment. As long as I'd like to know that I'm not trying to be somebody else, like so many people on Facebook do. I'm not. I want people to see this is the real me. There you go, Greg. Look, somebody else would like to see the boat cam. Anyway, we met in September 2020. We had a few drinks and went out for a meal. Now, I had a bit of a problem, right? That I was staying in the hotel, and while they were all chatting, I decided that I'd go and have a poo because I needed a poo. So I've gone into the toilet, right? And I know what it was. Maybe it was something unique, right? But I dropped a massive log. I mean, I dropped a log like a baby's heart, right? It was. You can't actually put a pic of your boat on here, Greg. But if you email me a pic of your boat, I'll be able to put it on here. Let me just put your email. Let me just put my email address up. Send it to me there, and I'll put it up. You can't in the chat. Send it to me there, and I'll put it up for you, Greg. All right, just send it to me there and let me know you've done that, and I'll put it up for you. So anyway, I dropped this log. I mean, this log is like, we've all done it. All right, let's be honest, right? We've all done it. Even you women, right? Even you women watching, don't try and deny it. You've all dropped a massive log that will not flush. And I dropped a massive log, and it would not flush, right? So I'm sitting in this toilet, right? And I've got this massive, and I'm trying to flush this massive log. I've got my mates outside waiting for me, and I'm looking at this toilet with this massive log, which is like an iceberg, right? With 9/10 below the water and 1/10 of the, and this fucking thing wouldn't flush. And I tried, no matter what I tried to do, I could not get this thing to flush. I threw toilet paper down there. I swore at it, right? It just wouldn't fucking flush. And I thought, how the hell am I going to deal with this? Am I going to go out to reception? I'm going to say, look, I'm sorry, I've just been in your toilet and I've dropped a log and the thing won't flush. Do I go out there and humiliate myself and tell the reception that? Or do I pretend? Do I just leave the toilet and leave it there and hope that nobody spots it? And I thought about that. That was going to be my plan A. And then I realised that plan A was no good, right? Because the CCTV had caught me going in the toilet. So they'd know who it was that dropped the log. So I'm back to going up and telling reception. And then I had a third option. I thought, hang on, there's a waste paper bin in the corner. Why don't I just pull the log out of the toilet and put it in the waste paper bin? And then I thought, no, that's actually going to be even worse because Then somebody's got to empty the waste paper bin, and they're going to find this giant turd in the toilet, and they're going to wonder what the fuck, giant turd in the bin. They're going to wonder what the fuck is going on. So I spent about 10 minutes with this dilemma, and it's a dilemma we've all had. How the fuck do you deal with this big log? I would have used the toilet brush to break it up, but the trouble is, you'd end up getting it all over the toilet brush. They're fuckers to clean. Luckily enough, it was a unisex toilet, and I noticed that they had these disposable bags that you put your tampons in. And then an idea occurred to me that I'd put one of these tampon things over my hand because they're waterproof. I put it over my hand, I got in there, and I got down there, and I broke it up by hand. I actually broke it up by hand and flushed it away. But that was the worst 10 to 15 minutes of my life, trying to get rid of this turd. Well, my mates, including Richard, were all waiting outside. But I did it. I finally flushed it away. Now, I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about because you've all been in the same situation, haven't you? You've all been there where you've dropped a turd and it won't flush away. Well, there you go. Sometimes you just got to swallow your pride, get your hand in there and break it up. Luckily enough, these plastic bags that you put sanitary towels in are completely waterproof, and I managed to get in there and I managed to squidge it and break it up and get it flushed away. That's what happened last time I met Richard. Thought I'd share that with you. Well, I can tell how enthused. I can tell, right, I've gone from 14 watches to 9, so I can tell how enthusiastic you all are about me talking about my turn. So I've got in this group that I admin, UK DCF.com, we've got a very big admin team. There's 22 of us. We need to because it's a group that brings out the worst in people, and we need to be on top of it. And Richard is one of my oldest moderators now, actually. And like I say, we're all meeting up on July the 2nd. Yeah, dumped and run. We've all done it, but I couldn't dump and run. Richard says I've dumped and run. Yeah, we've all done it, right? I don't care how many people say they haven't, right? You've all done it, okay? But I couldn't dump and run. There are several reasons why I couldn't dump and run. One is you can't tell right now, but my cancer has affected me to the stage that when I'm out and about, I need to be in a wheelchair. So I couldn't run for that reason because I'm in a fucking wheelchair, right? So you can't really run like that. And then secondly, right, I'm actually staying in the same hotel, and they're going to know it's me. No matter what I do, they're going to know it's me, right? So I can't dump and run that way. I mean, if Richard was staying in the hotel and I'd come to visit, no problem. I'd dump and run because then he'd get the blame. But no, sometimes you just have to take the situation in hand and deal with it. And this time I had to deal with it. Sometimes you get the opposite, though. Rolf Orsenbach has said, sometimes you get the opposite, though. Ghost turd, drop one in, have a look, nothing there. Yeah. Or they're so heavy that I've just gone round the U-bend. I've gone round the U-bend. I mean, it's actually, there's such a thing as a nice turd, isn't there? I mean, there's a decent shit, right? And the shit is where you don't have to go to get one out. It just falls out, right? And you get a nice satisfying plop as it drops in the water, and just exactly the right amount of splashback where the water comes up and splashes on your arse. That's how a perfect shit should be. It should be a not a right. So yeah, there's nothing like a good shit. But this shit, I just couldn't get rid of it. For 10, 15 minutes, I was sitting there wondering what the fuck I'm going to do with it. You know, I nearly put it in the bin. I really did nearly put it in the bin, but in the end, reason got the best of me. You guys know what I'm talking about because you've all been there, right? If I've done it, I'm guaranteed you lot have done it. It's even worse when you do it in your best mate. It's even worse when you do it in somebody else's house. Yeah, exactly. Just slides through the U-bend like treacle, and away it goes. How the fuck we ended up talking about our greatest turds? Only blokes are going to have a long chat about turds. Women are just as bad, right? Live interaction 587. Women are just as bad. My missus, when she farts, oh my god, oh my god, oh. My missus, when she farts, right, she calls them fluffs. Oh, I've just fluffed, right? Right? When she farts, all I can say is, right, it's like somebody's caught a mackerel and left it on the side for 15 minutes, right? For 15 hours, right? And it's been eaten by a skunk, and that skunk has crawled up her arse and died. Oh, the fart is like evil, right? Oh, Greg has actually managed to post a picture of his boat. That's a nice boat, Greg. Let me just grab that, and I'll put it up for everybody to see. Right, I'll just put your boat up in a second. Give me a second, Greg, and I'll put your boat up. This is my friend Greg's boat. Um, that's a nice looking boat, actually. This is where he lives. Very nice looking boat, Greg. Let me just put it up. Give me a second. It's coming up now. Oh, right. This is my friend Greg's boat. Let's put it up. Right, this is my friend Greg's boat. Here you go, Greg. Does that picture do your boat justice? This is where my friend oh, that is your yeah, that is Greg's boat. This is where Greg lives. He lives on this canal boat. Um what canal is it you live in, Greg? What canal? Two questions, Greg. What canal is it you're currently on? And have you ever dropped a great big streamer? Have you ever? Can you empathise with my dump dilemma? That's the question. Can you empathise with my dump dilemma? But that's not a bad little boat, Greg. That looks. I envy you, and sometimes I envy you because you've got an alternative lifestyle, which I think is free of a lot of the responsibilities that I have, which is great. Right, okay. So, seeing as we set the tone, right, are we gonna talk about everybody's greatest logs? I mean, come on, who else knows what dropping and running a giant log that won't flush away? And I know you women are just as bad, all right? You women are just as bad, okay? I've seen. I know when you've dropped your logs, but you pretend it doesn't happen. You pretend you shit delicately. You don't. You drop logs just as many as men. In fact, some logs that I've heard about in women's toilets, you think that you wonder what the hell's gone on. Yeah, yeah. See, Greg's dropped a big steamer as well, so you understand my dilemma. Sitting in a hotel, wondering what the fuck I'm going to do with this turd. That's what happened the last time I met Richard. But Richard paid me a compliment and he said that I am as I appear on here, and I think that's a great. That's the greatest compliment because that's what I want to be. I want to be. I don't want to be hypocritical. I want people to look at me and realise that as I am on social media, as I am on a stream, is as I am in real life. The only difference is in real life, I'd be in a wheelchair. If you met me, I'd be in a wheelchair, but that's because I've got a cancer and it's gradually shutting my body down, which is what I wanted to talk about when I came on air tonight. My teeth. I had my first set of false teeth fitted yesterday. I've got a plate in the top. Um, I've never had false teeth before because in 2 years I've gone from 32 teeth to 10 teeth because my cancer and the treatment I've had for the cancer has caused me to lose teeth at an extraordinary rate, and I'm still getting used to it. So it's a very strange experience having this thing in your mouth, but I'm getting used to it or trying to get used to it. I hope I get used to it. Today is the first day I'm wearing them for the full. That is a nice boat. That is a very nice boat, Craig. I like that boat. That's very nice. That is a very nice boat, Craig. Um, uh, I hope I had. I hope I did your boat justice there. Joseph Stelter. Yeah, I've had a similar situation at my neighbour's house. I had to throw up, and everybody knew that I was on the toilet. So you can't just leave my. You can't. It is one of life's most embarrassing situations, isn't it? Eh? It's one of life's most. I've got a friend, right? I've got a friend that was in a similar situation, right? Okay. He was at his girlfriend's house, right? He was at his girlfriend's house, right? He met her for the very first time, right? And he's gone back to her parents' house, right? He's gone back to her parents' house for the very first time, right? Brand new girlfriend, well happy with it. And he's gone upstairs to use the toilet, and he's been invited round for dinner, right? And he's gone upstairs to use the toilet, and he's done it, hasn't he? He's dropped a steamer. He's dropped a turd and a half in the bog. I mean, he's dropped something that a whale would drop, right? And it will not flush. So he thought he was being really clever, so he picks it up and he throws it out the window. Only to go downstairs and see his girlfriend. He says, yeah, we're having a barbecue outside. He's walked out through the house, right? Only to see the bird's father and mother staring at him with absolute disgust because his turd has landed smack in the middle of the barbecue. That is a true story. So he's chucked it out the window and it's landed on the barbecue. Suffice to say, that relationship didn't last that long. It really didn't. Yeah. So yeah, we've all been there. So, you know, we've all been there. We've all been there. Mate, can you imagine it there? You're having a barbecue, right? You're cooking up the beef. All of a sudden, this turd lands in the middle of your barbecue. And it can only come from one place. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Don't throw it out the window because you never know where it's going to end up. That is a true story. Well, he told me that story. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But he's never lied to me about anything. But he's told me that story. That's fun. Yeah. Oh my God, the crap we talk about. Well, we're talking about crap, aren't we? The stuff we talk about when we're streaming. So come on, guys. You must have some great big turd stories. You must have. You really must have. I mean, that's my turd story, right? The fact that when I met Richard for the first time, I dropped a log that I couldn't get rid of. And it just for 10, 15 minutes, I was absolutely stranded in this toilet until I found these little bags I could put on my hand and break this turd up. But yeah. Oh. So you've all been there. Come on, we've all been there. Let's admit it. Let's admit it. Do you know what? I've got 3 viewers on Facebook. I've got 1 viewer on Twitch. I've got 2 viewers on YouTube, and I've got 8 viewers on Reddit. Although on Reddit, I don't call them viewers, I call them voyeurs. My mate Greg on Facebook has just said, I was accused of having a shit on a cliff edge. Why were you accused of having a shit on a cliff edge, Greg? How does one get accused of having a shit on a cliff edge? Did you have your trousers around your ankles doing a squat? I mean, how does one have it? And you fell 250 feet off that cliff. So you fell 250. I understand that. Actually, this explains so very much about you. You fell 250 feet off that cliff. This explains so very much about you. California Dreaming. How does my denture feel? Strange. Very, very strange. It's a plate. I suppose I could take it out and show you if you want me to, but it's a plate. And it sits over the roof of my mouth, and it replaces the teeth on one side, this side, and it feels very strange. It really does feel like I've got something alien in my mouth. And it's also because my mouth is naturally dry anyway, because I've lost the radiotherapy, has stopped me from having saliva glands on this side, or rather, the radiotherapy has destroyed saliva glands on this side of my neck. My mouth is very dry, and it's exacerbating that dryness. And the only way I can describe it is my mouth right now feels like the bottom of a budgie's cage. So that's it. How did it working out well this is only my first full day of wearing it, but tonight I managed to eat my dinner with this side of my mouth, which is something I've not done for many years because I've had all my teeth removed. So it's affecting my speech slightly. I'm lisping a bit, but only I can hear it. But it's strange. It just feels different. I'm getting used to it. I'm hoping. The dentist said it'll be about a week to 10 days before it feels natural to me. So I'm hoping by then it will. I've had a little problem that earlier today for my breakfast I had a Scotch egg. I'll try and explain what Scotch egg is. It's a hard-boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat, covered in breadcrumbs, and then the whole thing is deep fried. I had one of those for my breakfast, and it all got under my plate. All the breadcrumbs really got under my plate, so I had to take it. That was a bit awkward. That was a bit awkward. So other than that, yeah, it's just a case of getting used to it, and just it feels strange. But this time next week, it'll probably feel like quite natural, but it does feel strange. It does take some getting used to, but already it's better for me than not having any teeth there at all. Live Interaction says, since I changed my diet to a more vegetarian style, they come out rather smooth. I wish mine would. Having cancer, the one thing I really miss is a good shit. I do have them occasionally. I do have a good shit occasionally, like I did when I met Richard. But it's more often that I have squirts. You can shit through an eye of a needle. But that's purely down to the medication. Greg, my friend Greg is going. He's going to pass out very soon. Okay, Greg. Yeah, we'll talk during the week. I'll talk to you during the week after Sunday, Greg. I'll give you a shout on Messenger, and we'll sort something out. All right, and hopefully we'll get you on next Friday talking to my viewers, because I think you've got an interesting story to tell. As long as you're not going to drop a turd live. So I'm a total carnivore live interaction. I love my red meat. Although I do eat a lot of fish. I do like fish. I actually quite enjoy fish, but I do eat a tremendous amount of red meat. But the medication I'm on really does upset me. I mean, it's like, for instance, Friday, I've got to take 2 different antibiotics. I've got to take one called azithromycin on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That affects me and gives me the right shits. I mean, literally, it pours out like liquid. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I've got to take another one called cotrimoxazole, which does the exact opposite. It gives me horrible blocks me up. So I then have to take a laxative as well. So it's one of those things. Having cancer, being able to have a week's full of proper shit would be really nice, but that doesn't happen. You can't. Some days it's quite annoying that you think you're going to fart, and then you realise you try and let one go, and then you suddenly realise, shit, I've got to clench my cheeks and then run for the toilet, because otherwise, if you don't, you've got it completely wrong, and you'll end up pouring down your legs, which has happened to me before, which is quite embarrassing. Well, no, it's not embarrassing. I just say to people I've got cancer, and they just accept it. But it's one of those things. The medication does really interfere with you, and having a nice shit is something that I really, really miss. But on the occasions that I do it, like at that hotel, it turns out to be a bit embarrassing for me. Thank you for not dropping a turd live, Greg. That would be nice. But yeah. We'll talk. I'll talk during the week, and we'll see if we'll do a couple of test runs. We'll sort it out. Same with you, Richard. I want to do a couple of test runs to make sure I can get it all working for our annual general meeting. So it's now 11:45, and I've been at it for 2 hours. And I'm starting to get a bit tired, and my mouth is starting to get a bit dry, and I've run out of beer. So I'm going to call it a night very soon. But let's have 5 minutes about what do you guys want to talk about? Let's have what you guys want to talk about. Don't forget, I will be live from the pub on Sunday night at about 7 p.m. BST. BST is British Summertime, which is GMT +1. I'll be live from my local micropub. Probably getting quite wankered on real ale, but I'd like you to join me. Last weekend we had 424,000 people joining me, so let's see if we can beat that. Oh, I've just had a congratulations. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Bear with me for a minute, guys. I need to go to the toilet, so just bear with me for a minute. I'll be back. Oh, the disadvantages of drinking beer. Live interaction says, should I watch the Sweeney or Star Trek before bed? Well, at the moment, I'm watching Star Trek Discovery. The Star Trek Discovery Season 4 is out. I'm watching that. And I'm also watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which I'm quite enjoying. I'm quite enjoying both. Star Trek Strange New Worlds is, I think it's got potential. Did you see Picard, by the way? I've just finished watching Season 2 of Picard, which I thought was quite good. So yeah, I am a Trekkie. I've loved Star Trek. I've seen all the Star Treks. I particularly enjoyed Voyager. Voyager for me, I really enjoyed. Which Star Trek Discovery in Season 4. I've just finished watching Episode 5, and they pay homage to Discovery because one of the ships involved in, I won't give the plot away, but one of the ships involved is the USS Janeway. So they do pay homage to Star Trek. So given the choice between the Sweeney and Star Trek, I would say Star Trek. But it depends what Star Trek. Which Star Trek? The original series, the Next Generation, or one of the movies? So which one is it? Live interaction. Which Star Trek? There's so many now. Who would have thought? Who would have thought of these Star Treks? And I love the reboot of Star Trek. I do love the reboots of Star Trek. With Christopher Pine. I remember his father. His father, Robert Pine, used to star in a TV program called Chips. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It starred Eric Estrada and Larry Wilcox. And if you're trying to think who Larry Pine was, who Christopher Pine's father was, he was the lieutenant. He was the lieutenant that used to give out the assignments. Ronaldo the best. Hi, I just joined. Can you shout me out? Can I shout you out what? What do you want me to shout out, Ronaldo? What do you want me to shout out? I'm just going, actually. But what do you want me to shout out? Tell me what you want me to shout out. Oh. So, yeah, there you go. My vote is for Star Trek. Oh, do you know what? I'm starting to lose focus. I can't really... That beer, the first one was 5%. The second one was 5.4%. And I'm struggling to focus. Ronaldo the best. There we go. Look, give me a shout out. Look. Ronaldo the best. There you go. Okay. Is that okay? Is that your shout out? Right. I haven't enjoyed any of the new Star Trek. Oh yeah, Frothel Maker. That was the one starring Scott Bakula. That's the one. That's the Star Trek I really didn't enjoy. I forget what it was called. I only watched a few episodes of that because I really didn't like it. I haven't enjoyed any new Star Trek. I stopped after Star Trek Discovery season 2. I love the original. I love them all. I love them all. Yeah, Sky. Oh, I forget what that was called. I didn't. It didn't really. It didn't really float my. It didn't really float my boat. Waffle Maker. It's one of the Star Treks that never really did it for me. Um, yeah, Richard. I have looked at flight prices, and I'll tell you what, Richard. Flight prices and the cost of petrol. It's a close thing. It's a close thing. Right, people. Look, it's now gone 10 to 12, and I've now actually been at it for 2 hours, and I'm starting to get a bit tired, and I'm getting a bit drunk, and I don't want people on Reddit to think that all people on Reddit do is smoke drugs and get drunk. So I'm going to give that's it. Star Trek Enterprise. That's what it was. Star Trek Enterprise. Um, I'll give it 5 more minutes. So come on, let's have a Q&A. So come on, ask me anything. I'll give you. What is the time? 23:49. 23. I'll give you 26 minutes. Right. Let's talk about anything. So come on, throw it at me. Give it to me, you big boys. Now I'm going to go and take my teeth out for the night. Never thought I'd be saying that. Never thought I'd be saying that. Take my teeth out for the night. Just going to run through the figures for you. 1 watching on Facebook, 1 watching on Twitch, 2 watching on YouTube, and 9 watching on Reddit. So once again, Reddit wins. We're not going to hit the heady heights of last weekend, are we? Right. Good. It's 10 to midnight here, and I've got to be up at 6:30 in the morning. My partner, she works she works nights on a Friday, so she finishes work at 7, and I like to pick her up because I don't like her making her way home by public transport. So I've got to be up at 6:30 in the morning to go meet her, which is why we're going to give it another 4 minutes. So come on, guys, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Let's ask me anything. You can tell I'm getting tired. I have my medication to limit the day, right? This is a week's medication. It's unbelievable. Being a cancer patient, you literally have to all this sort of medication. Unfucking believable. Inhalers. Oh, that's what I want. Unbelievable. 1 week's medication. Oh, I am so glad. I am so glad I live in the UK. I am so glad. I don't know how people in other countries where you have to pay for medical treatment would cope. Being told you have an incurable cancer, right, must have you running to the bank. It must do. It must do. Come in hot. Why aren't you at the bar, sir? I will be at the bar on Sunday night, starting from 7 p.m. London time, which is GMT +1. That's why I will be at the bar on Sunday night. At the moment, I'm home. Samsley, yo, you just caught me. I'm just about to go in 2 minutes. I'll be here for 2 hours, but I'm going in 2 minutes time. But You'll be able to catch me on Sunday night, starting from 7 p.m. London time, which is GMT +1. So other than that, I'm gonna get my throat's starting to go now. Yes, this Sunday, 2 days time. We're Friday now. This Sunday, it's 5 to midnight. I've been on for over 2 hours now, and it's starting to do it. So I'll be there, but I'll only be on Reddit. I haven't worked out because I only have my mobile phone with me. I haven't worked out how to co-stream from a mobile onto Reddit and YouTube, so I'll only be on Reddit. Anyway, guys, look, I said I was gonna stay for another 4 minutes, and that time is up. So I will catch you. Yeah, night, Richard. I'm absolutely shattered. Doing this live streaming's worn me out, and plus drinking 2 pints of Lithuanian lager at 5.4% hasn't helped. So I will catch you all another night, and it's time for me to say goodbye. So on that note, I will say goodbye when I can call my goodbye screen up. I've got a goodbye screen, so I'm just going to call that up. I had to reinstall all of my shit the other day, which was really annoying. Because I had some problems. There's my goodbye screen. Right. Let me just bear with me. I've just got to set it all up. Right. So I'll see you all.